Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the class of International Distribution Channel. So, in our today's class, we are going to discuss about one of the important factors, that is distribution channels. So, we all are aware, we might have heard about these words in our day-to-day life, correct? So, distribution channels, distributors, distribution strategies. So, these all are the basic things what we go through in our day-to-day life. In our today's class, we are going to discuss about the international distribution channels, and also we are going to discuss one of the important, that is types of distribution channels. Okay, before going into in depth or before understanding about the types and also the introduction, first I want to know whether you all are aware about the distribution channels. Have you all heard about a distribution channel? Anyone?
Yes, sir.
Yes, this is one of the important factor in the supply chain. Correct? The supply chain management का जो है ना, उसमें distribution channel is again one of the important.
It's playing an important role in the implementation of the international marketing program.
Yes.
In other words, I think it products and the service to reach the ultimate customer.
Yes. So in every business, either it can be national, local, or international, distributors are applicable to every business. It is not only applicable to international, no. It is even applicable to our local and also national business. So generally, we come across this word in our day-to-day life. We all might have seen the distributors, correct? So what they do? So products availability, ease of access, and the way it reaches the customer influence demand at many levels. So there are many factors which influences the demand. What are those factors? Availability. Next one is easily accessible, and next one is the way it reaches the customer. So all these factors, what they do is they influence the demand. And they influence the demand in many ways. Slideshow is not visible?
No, sir.
Okay, now?
Now it is okay, sir. It's okay.
Yes. Okay. And distribution channels are the key elements in all marketing strategies. So distribution channels are one of the important factors of the marketing strategies. So that revolve around the product. And the key, that is, they help businesses reach their customers in a way to maximize their revenue and brand awareness. So now you all should understand, my dear students, distributors are the people who will take care about the products, about how they are going to take care. They will make sure that your products are in each and every corner of the market. They will take care that your products are easily available to the customers. They will take care that your product availability may influence the customer. So these are the people who are primarily responsible for the availability of the goods, who are primarily responsible for the access, that is easy access of the goods. So because these people distributes the goods and services to each and every corner of the market, so they are called as distributors. So you understood what is distribution channel? Okay. So distribution channels, you all might have heard about distribution channels. It is also called as a marketing channel. Okay. So what is this distribution channel? It is the path or the route decided by the company to deliver its goods and services to the customers. So now it is nothing but a path, or it is a way the company decides to deliver the goods and services to the customers, and this route can be short, and it is called as direct interaction between the company and the customers, or it can be even called as several interconnected intermediaries like wholesalers, distributors, retailers, etc. Hence, a distribution channel also be referred as a set of interdependent intermediaries that make a product available to the end consumers or to the end customers. So now here you will find two things. The first type is the direct. So the word itself says the answer, direct distribution channel. So there is no intermediary between the distributors and the customers. So the company produces the goods and they directly sell it to the goods and services, sell it to the final consumers or customers. And there is another type of channel called indirect channel. The word itself says the answer, indirect. That means there are many people who are in between the producer and the customer. So for example, he is a producer and this is the final consumer. So in between there are many intermediaries, and we call the intermediaries as distributors, wholesalers, retailers, and also agents. So these are the people who are between the producer and the consumer. So the first one is direct channel. That is, there is no intermediary between the producer and the consumer. And second one is indirect channel. That is, there are levels of the channels in this indirect. So whenever we speak about the indirect channel, there are many levels. Okay, so we will discuss about all those things in the coming slides. So before going into the types of the distributors or types of the channels, we also should understand the functions of the distributor or the functions of the distribution channels. You all are there, my dear students? Whether you all are understanding?
Yes, sir. Yes.
Yes, you understood? Okay. So now the functions of distribution channels. So we know that distributors are nothing but these are the people who make sure that the goods are available in every part of the market. So they are the reason for the availability of the goods, ease of availability, ease of access, and many more things. So what are the other functions of the distribution channels? So we should understand the functions. That is one of the important. In order to understand the importance of distribution channel, businesses need to understand that it doesn't just bridge the gap between the producer of a product and its user. It also provides time, place, and ownership utility. So many people, what they think is distributors just fill the gap. No, they are not only filling the gap, but they are also providing many other benefits also. They are also performing many functions. The distribution channels provide time, place, and ownership utility. That is, they make the product available when, where, and in which quantities the customer wants. So now these are the people who are responsible for the making of the goods available where it is required, when it is required, and in how much quantity. So these distributors can answer these three questions: when, where, and in which quantity. And these distributors will make sure that they supply the goods and services according to the demand, according to the needs and wants of the customers. But other than these transactional functions, so they even perform marketing channels are also responsible to carry out the following functions. So apart from these functions, they are also liable to perform certain other functions apart from this. The first one is logistics and physical distribution. So marketing channels are responsible for assembly, storage, sorting, and transportation of goods from manufacturers to the customers. You understood the first function? I hope you all know what is storage, sorting, assembly, and transportation, right? You all are there? Okay.
Yes,
The
sir.
second one is facilitation. So channels of distribution even provide pre-sales and post-purchase services like financing, maintenance, information dissemination, and channel coordination. So they are also going to work as a facilitators. Okay. Next one is creating efficiencies. So this is done in two ways. See, as we all are aware that the producers or the companies, what they do is they produce in a bulk quantity, correct? They don't produce in small quantities. The producers or the manufacturers produce in bulk quantity. But do you think that the same quantity will be transferred to the market? Do you think the same quantity will be sold to the retailers or wholesalers or other marketing intermediaries? No. We need to break down the bulk quantity. And according to the needs, according to the demands of the customers, or according to the need of the market, we need to break the quantity and then supply according to the requirement. See, I said to you earlier, there are two types of distribution channels. First one is direct and the second one is indirect. Correct? Direct you may find very less. Okay, I'll give you some more examples of direct when we are discussing about direct channels. But in maximum of the cases, you will find this indirect distribution channels, wherein indirect distribution channels are nothing but it consists of many levels. That is again distributors, wholesalers and retailers. So what distributor does? He purchases according to the demand from the manufacturer. And next to wholesaler, what he does? He purchases according to the demand from the distributor. And retailer, he purchases according to the demand from the wholesaler or from directly from the distributor or from company. So here what they're trying to do is they're trying to break down the quantity and create assortments according to the requirement. Okay, and wholesalers and retailers purchase large quantities of goods from manufacturers, but break the bulk by selling few at a time to many other channels or customers. What they do is they break into small quantities and they sell it to many customers or they sell it to many other channels. So that is what we call it as breaking and assorting. Okay, they also offer different types of products at a single place, which is a huge benefit to the customers as they don't have to visit different retailers for the different products. So they are going to maintain again the different types of goods and services so that the customers may not visit different showrooms to purchase the goods and services. And the next function is sharing risks. Since most of the channels buy the products beforehand, and they also share the risk with the manufacturers and do everything possible to sell it. So now, if at all, if you have come across any distributor, so there are certain rules and regulations which they agree upon. So I can even call them as terms and conditions. A distributor need to purchase a specific quantity of goods and service goods from the manufacturer every month. And while purchasing, it is nothing but he is sharing the risk from the manufacturer. That is, after purchasing, if the goods are not sold, that is again a risk. So the next important function they perform is sharing the risks along with the manufacturers. And next one is marketing. So distribution channels are also called as marketing channels because they are among the core touch points where many marketing strategies are executed. And they are in direct contact with the end customers and help the manufacturers in propagating the brand message and also product benefits and another benefits to the customers. They not only share the risk, but also they promote the goods and services. That is what we call it as marketing. So these are the different functions which are performed by the distribution channels. Is it clear, my dear students? समझ में आया? आयुषी और स्वदेश नारायण जी, you are able to understand?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now this is what we speak about distribution channels. And next one is international distribution channels plays an important role in implementation of international marketing program. So now how they are going to play an important role as they enable the products and services to reach the ultimate customers. So now, my dear students, if at all if you have concentrated, previously I've said you the meaning and definition of the distribution channel. Now I'm giving you the meaning of international distribution channel. Here the only difference what you can find is you are reaching the international markets here, but in local and national the same functions are performed. So you are going to concentrate on a specific customers or a specific international customers. Okay, and still their function is same. They are making sure that the goods and services reach the ultimate customers at the right time. Okay, and they reach at the right quantity and they reach at a right time. So they are there, the functions are similar and same, but the only difference is either previously you were doing it in a national level and now you are doing it in a international level. An international marketing firm has the option of managing its distribution function. Either they can opt directly or indirectly through middlemen or suitable combination of the two.